I should be live. Yes, whatever. I'm live, right? I am live, right? Yes. Do I have friends? No. Well, not friends, but... Okay. Yes. Right, so I... Here we go. Wait. That's right, I am in survival so that I can make sure this thing works. What's happening? Probably gonna have to... Whatever. Okay. Right. There we go. Okay. I don't think anybody's watching yet. However, I do plan to go for... till I pass out, I guess. Okay. Let's see. I do have all my colors, right? No. Yeah. And I need 1300, 100 for when I eventually install building repairs. Okay. Yes, you are hideous. But one day, not today, it might actually be beautiful. Okay, right. Now this is where this is going to get weird, because I am going to need to make an industrial level soon. I think right around here is where it will begin. Okay, right. You, and you. Oh my god, is it you that I could have been using for this? Oh my god, it is. Oh. My design's a little bit crappy bit here saved. I'm gonna have to put lights on this somehow. Also, that reminds me, I need to give this thing uranium. And I am going to... Alright, I need thrust. I need ions, atmos, and hydros for this. Also, conveyors. I don't think I'm going to be using those. And I'll put build and repairs here. Wait, no, there's a reason why I have that like that. Actually, I don't think I can actually put things there. Or at least those there. Though that does mean I can actually put other stuff here. Like shields. I'm going to want that one. These. Also going to want laser turrets I'm going to be using as point defense. I'll probably want this. Okay, right. You will also go here. And conveyors. Just because. Also, I'm one of those people that are unable to use connectors in any way, shape, or form. So, yay, shit. There we go. More shields. Right. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to delete that one. Okay. Right, so I am going to quickly... Right, fly mode, grind to poke it stuck. Please tell me I did not just see what I thought I saw. There you go. Actually, yes, do that. On. Ah, crap. Okay, I need ion turrets. Sooner than I would have liked. And I already got the one there, but that guy's kind of useless right there, so... Oh. Oh, oh my god, I didn't realize I had this here, this spot. Oh. Oh, if only you were 2x2. God damn. Well, I guess we're gonna do these. I don't know how well that's gonna go down, but how much I can do about it, so... Yeah. I can get rid of these now. What did it say? You showed up here. It's not my damn fault. It's not my fault you showed up. Actually, it kind of is. You're part of my mods. Refine. I like industrial refineries. Assemblers, industrial assemblers. And actually, I'm going to put number 6 as my industrial. So refinery, reactors, cargo. Oh, also, conveyors. I could use tube conveyors and these for this, and also refill. Oh, and hydrogen tanks. I would use these, but the problem then becomes I kind of need them to fit in. No, I'll have both of these on here. Right. Thankfully, we do have shields for days, so let me just make sure I'm invincible. So how big is this fine fellow here? Bigger than originally thought. Is that upside down? No. Once again, you're in my area. Why are you here? Somebody called on you. I mean, technically it's how you're built to be, but good life, man. Or drone. Technically, actually, I just realized I am making these ships based off of my faction and in my roleplay world. I'm realizing that now. That's gonna be an airlock at some point. You know what? Hang on. I have a cheap way of dealing with this guy. And I do say cheap because it is cheap. Very cheap. Also, I'm probably going to actually put these here because these guys are just kind of easier to deal with. But yeah, let me just put 2 of these guys here and then... Oh, hush. Alright. Now this is an airlock area. There we go. Right, okay. Now, the betweenium cruisers are... Basically, they were originally built by their creators to be able to go into a form known as slip jump. Basically, where they spin themselves, basically slipping into hyperspace. Because the betweenium, they were kind of banished. I kind of feel weird just saying this to myself. It's kind of how it's gonna be, ain't it? Right. So I really can't use that spot, huh? Okay, fair enough. Oops. Now, I need to access my ship here. I'm also gonna need programming blocks. Frog. I'll actually just make like a... I'll actually make like a server room on the inside of this, but... I just realized I only have like 2 ways of interacting with my systems right now. It's this guy here and... you guys. Hello. There we go. Goodbye. They'll kind of do their thing. And they'll slowly do that and burn out our eardrums. Well, they're kind of just having a rough day, ain't they? And there you go. Now you can't shoot there. I could just put like 15. I have no idea what's happening over there, but it's doing something. I'm not asking myself, is this working? Yes. Do people care? Probably not. Okay, right. So first off, I need to make my staircase. Now I'll put this here, and that there. Alright, I'm gonna need catwalks. Is that it? Yes. Okay, and now we do... now we do it this way. This... I mean, one annoying ass staircase. But this is a part of a faction that I have used in role plays for quite some time. No, I don't think they really care. Also, by the time that turret kills them, they're gonna hate me. They're gonna hate my guts. You know what? Hang on. I actually need... I need this one. There we go. I don't even know what's happening right now. I'm just over here building myself a staircase. You know how it is. I need some lights. Suppose I could do these on the top here. So often have one of these just inset there. Well, to be fair, I'm planning to move the ceiling down one and have it here, so... have this be top to bottom type stuff. That turret is still going. Huh. I kind of feel bad for that thing now. Okay, you come this way. Okay. I still need to build out this. Also, this nacelle is going to be like one of 3 on this side, so this thing is going to be massive. I'm silently regretting making it this big of a project. Silently regretting it, but I have often, ever since I had this game, wanted to try this, so I am going to bring the betweenium frigate Justice Mark IV into fruition. Is it going to work? Probably not. Am I going to stream all night? Definitely. Right. Right, so I want you. Definitely you. You. And you here. Definitely this guy. Definitely that guy and this one. Because this one's a light, apparently. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Alright, I can have one of these up here. Forgot about that. I guess he just cored it out until it was dead. He that turret was on a mission, and he, you know what, he damn well succeeded. Well, props off to that little turret dude. Ah, yes, because that's how this works. Do. Actually, I can kind of see it like you're crouching underneath these to get to the engine pod. That is kind of like just a decorational formality. I don't think you will ever end up needing to go out there unless if like you are abandoning ship and all the abandoned ship areas have already gone up, and that's where that goes. Oh, how I wish I had people watching this, but I do not. And honestly, I do not blame people because this is boring.
Energy low.
Oh, hush. Is this right? I would like it one more out, preferably, but I'm gonna have to have like a maintenance deck, I don't even know what else. I'm also gonna have to make sure this thing can fly in atmosphere because the betweenium cruisers would always. I mean, sometimes they'll just bombard from orbit, but you can't really do that in Space Engineers, so. Oh, do I make its curve go here, or do I go down another 15 blocks? 1, 2, 3. Because this is going to be a power deck, so. Basically, this deck, which I'm always going to have like 2 spaces between each deck, I think. I feel like that makes sense. Now, this is a power deck, which the betweeniums, they don't have power decks. They just have 2 really big star cores or betweenium drives. There's like 15 different kinds of drives. The betweenium arsenal. Oh, I didn't even realize I was next to that. Cool. I don't think I've been capturing my game audio correctly. No, I have. Nice. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to be RB. I should really move this into the. Oh shit! I should really move this into the center of the screen and make it bigger, just so that people really cannot mistake this for anything else. Oh yeah. Ugh. Sorry, people. I use my microphone as a light source. Wireless headsets are good. Also, I eat peanuts. Okay. Okay. Okay, we are back in business. As my chair gets stuck on something. Okay, now we are definitely back in business. I wish I could make this thing look better, but I mean, actually, I technically could, but I don't really want to do that. That'd make it look a little bit too weird. Too weird. Because alien craft looks smart. Yes! God, that was the stupidest sentence I've ever said today. Right. So, the betweenium reactors usually are simplistic in design. But ironically, these little guys right here are weirdly the closest thing to them. So, also each nacelle has their own power as well. Because it would just be idiotic to have all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. It'd be stupid.
No energy.
Oh, hush, Karen. I don't care about your no energy rule. I'm still going.
Meteor storm inbound.
Thank you. Some of this might actually hit. Though I doubt it. Also, another thing about the betweenium is that their power bays are designed to be redundant. Technically speaking, the betweenium's engines run on a gas that's found in their home known as betweenium. Reacts violently with magic. So what did they do with it? Put it in a tank. Fill it with magic. Ah, brilliant. I really should make this top thing here a pipe. Like, that is just something I was just missing here. Like, the thing that goes to these, I should make that pipe. I disconnected this, didn't I? Like, I'm never going to be able to reconnect that. I mean, I think it's fine. Looks fine. Anyways. Oh, yeah, I disconnected it. Damn it. And it was working, too. Well, actually, I forgot. I have 2 unlucky build and repairs. So... Alright, 1 and 2. And... Reacte on top. There we go. Now, these... I have a feeling are a little bit redundant right now. So I'm only going to build 2 of them. Because right now, I just want to make the shell and then fill it in. Though I also need to kind of find the right dimensions as well. Yeah, the moment this floor hits here... Oh, boy. Well, hang on. Yes! Figured it out. I completely forgot I can do that. Oh, that changes the game so much. Right. I should first figure out how far I'm going to go with this. At least this. At least for the second pod. So... So I could put it here. Okay, now I'm just confused. Now, I could put it here, right? Is there like a way I can like move this down a block? Like, is that like something I can do? I don't think so. That's unfortunate. Okay, well... I guess... Hang on. So I was wanting to do it here. So I'm just gonna do that and then figure it out from there.
Energy.
There we go. Is that good enough? Actually, I don't think it is. Here, I'll just... Yes. Yeah. So I need this to move a wee bit more. A bit of a flat wall, but honestly, I can deal with all the designing later. Stop it. There we go. So now we have 2 of these. Good. Yeah, good. Yes. Okay, we are a little bit on the way. Though now I can do these because I had those because I was originally building this in survival, and I was hating it. But I did manage to get it to fly. Get this pod here to fly in atmosphere. Just proud of myself. But honestly, the bottom of this craft will probably be a lot of the atmospherics. So okay, to there. Yes. Get rid of that. Okay, right. Now I think I am going to do this. Boop. There we go. Okay. I mean, I would put something here, but I don't... I mean, I guess I can. Like here. Okay. So what I can do is this. I don't know what I'm going to put here. And I guess... Oh, I know what I could put here. I could put a hangar. Oh. Oh no, then that means I'm going to have to design the frigate fighters. Oh. Man, I would have a better time designing the endurance fighter, and the frigate fighters are fucking... Honestly, that reaction there should tell you. Because the frigate fighters were the first thing the betweenium ever designed. And the endurance fighters ended up also becoming the most tedious ship in their arsenal. It was one of the worst... It was one of the least successful ships to ever fly in the betweenium. Only for one reason, though. Only for one. It was simply because they just... But when they built it, it just wasn't... their priority was to get something that can shoot, not something that can survive. So they ended up making this like big hodgepodge of parts, really, and it never really got to take off. So they gave it to the frigates, because frigates were usually either blockade fleet tenders, so the fighters were like doing cargo shit, or they were, well, they were basically... the only way I can really explain it is the betweenium fighters were not... I mean, those ones in particular were not... They were designed more so for... They were designed more for ease of use and deployment than anything. The endurance fighter itself became kind of just... The endurance fighter was built by the princess of the betweenium, Flame Dara, who was the king's brother, or sister, pardon me, which that's a whole nother story. But basically, the first fighter that they had was designed by the Betweenium Engineering Division, which the Betweenium Engineering Division were basically the smartest of the few that basically banded together to attempt to make a form of fighter that could be used in a reliable sense. But they didn't really succeed. The fighter that they ended up making was a horrid failure. Thus, it became known as the frigate. It became known as the frigate fighter because all they did was put it on frigates after that, because it was just... It was a liability in and of itself, where the fighter was hard to maintain. It was difficult to run. It became this cautionary tale of leave it to the smarter people in the betweenium because nobody could fix it. Nobody could get it to work. And it ended up becoming this horrible amalgamation of parts, hopes, and dreams, and then it just kind of died because it was never designed properly. So it kind of ended up becoming this. I already kind of said it really well. This oddly cautionary tale of what happens when nobody really thinks it through. And the main reason for that was when the Betweenium originally designed their fighters, it was during a moment in their lore called the War Against Humanity. Basically, because humans, when they were around, worshipped the gods that make up, I don't know, like 20% of the religions we have today. But essentially, the humans and the gods, well, the gods basically portrayed their king, the Betweenium king, Flame, um, as this evil entity that was created by demons, even though it was actually just created by his mother, Indara. Which, yes, I did steal the name. Don't judge me. But basically, they ended up. Flame was and is this. Well, actually, I have a. Well, my girlfriend drew a picture of him. I might be able to get it up here. Lore is important. Hang on. Because Flame had many forms. He had a dragon form, other forms, stuff like that. But mainly his main form was. Where can I find it? Is it here? It might be here. Oh, that's one of them. Yeah, this is. Unless I should probably save these. Flame. I'm pretty sure my girlfriend drew a semi-humanoid version of Flame. Because he's a dragonoid. Bugger. Wow. Mm. Okay, well, she didn't. But basically, I have his head. Well, his dragon head. But, let's see here. So, Flame had. Uh, Flame had this as his dragon form. His humanoid form was basically humanoid-ish body, massive dragon wings that could wrap around him like a cloak, flaming eyes, and a dragon head. His eye, he is technically blind. His eyes are fire, which he would use those to see. Basically, that gave the gods the ability to say he is a demon from God knows where, pun intended. Um, and basically, they used his own looks against him. And he was originally created by Indara, who simply wanted a brother for Flamedara. Um, basically, she spent a boatload of magic and whatnot, and and all that to try and give Flamedara a brother, because she herself could not have kin. She was barren after having Flamedara. So when Indara realized that she couldn't have kids anymore, actually, why am I doing this? I could just use these. I'll do these. Wait, hang on. Okay, well, basically, it's kind of sad, but Flame was basically built to be a sibling to Flamedara. And due to that, they had actually a very powerful relationship. But due to that same exact relationship, the gods were able to kind of
No energy.
hush, Karen, nobody cares. Are these able to close? Okay, you know what? I'm done trying to design a damn hangar. Done. I ain't doing it. I'll still put something cool on the wall, though. Wait. Get. Okay. So, yeah, in long, short, God knows what terms, Flame essentially got his kind banished to the realm known as the betweenium. Hence the name. Aha, full circle. And basically, from there, his people had to learn how to essentially re-survive. My vision just went really wonky, and I don't know how to feel about it. Ooh, this is actually something I can do. Ooh. Wow, this... I don't know how good this is going to look. Nobody's going to be able to sit here and tell me it looks shit, because nobody's actually watching this stuff. But... Is there, like... Ooh, there is. Yes. Ho 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 ho. Can I put a turret here? Oh my god, I can. I could put this here. Right? Wait, how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, that does technically mean I can put 2 of these down. 1 here and 1 there. Or I could shorten this by 1 so that this can fit. Could I want to slap this here or something? Because that would look good right there, I think. In between all of that. But it is a side thing, so... might not actually be as good as it looks. Well, useful is what I should say. Now I'll just have this be like a weird decal, I guess. I guess it really doesn't necessarily need to have something here. Oh man, maybe I should see if my girlfriend can try drawing me the betweenium flag again, because she did it once and then I lost it. So, because I could fit a LCD here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I could fit an LCD here. Also, this looks weirdly cool. Also, it's time... I need this to be a bit darker. Also, maybe I should make this clean armor. But a clean armor looked really weird to me. It would be easier to paint all this black, but I'm not going to. I mean, technically speaking, the betweenium ships would be very, very clean because they did not slack on the cleanliness of a cruiser. They were very picky about how clean their ships were. So whenever they had those moments of damn. Oh my god, that looks so much better that way.
No energy.
Hush, Karen. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't care about your problems or whatever the hell you're trying to tell me. It matters not to me. Actually, I would probably rather have this here. Right. It's gonna take a while. Actually, I'll just do this. And then recolor it with the reds. I'll color the atmospherics red as well. I wish you could color what the ion colors were. That would be cool. There's probably a mod out there for it, but do I care enough to do it? Not in the slightest. Oh, that's a shame. There we go. I just realized I do have headlights, right? Oh, I have no power. Well, that didn't. Well, that doesn't help, does it? Is there a reason why we're shooting that? And I guess it is spat, but how slow does this turn right now? Ugh. I mean, considering how big this thing is right now, actually not that bad. Huh. Weirdly, it actually accelerates kind of good when it goes up even quicker. I feel like I should have flipped this. Though, I was planning to double decker these and flip them around, so at the very bottom of the craft. But that would mean I'm going to have to make this even longer. The frigates were the weirdest ships. They were kind of blocky with just strapped on engines. So, wait, that's what I could put here. Engines. Literally, straight up, I can put an engine here. Yeah, if I do this, then that. Honestly, I might get rid of the nacelles. Because I don't like them anymore. I liked them to begin with, but I don't like them now. Okay. Yeah, I am going to do this. I don't want these anymore. Getting rid of them. They're useless. They have forsaken me. Okay. So this is how I'm going to do my thrusters from now on. Which means I'm also going to have to do that for my weapon systems. Honestly, I feel like this would look better anyways. Now, I do have a weapon on the top here. I'm kind of tempted to make it do this. Boop. Now, okay. Let's make basic cube. And then go down here. Now for this, I need this. Nope. Okay, right. Right. So doing this all the way down to here. Boop. Okay. Now, okay. So we don't have any batteries on board, which is kind of what the power district is for down here. Now, since I got rid of the nacelles, I'm going to be building the Mark V. The Mark V frigates did not have the nacelles. So I'm gonna have to make this thing look like a boat. It's actually easier than it sounds, but so it's gonna have to fly. It's gonna be a flying boat. It's also gonna need a flying atmosphere too. Ugh. I mean, that's actually, it's easier to make something fly in atmosphere than you'd think. Now this is a 3x3, so if I pop a hole here, hello, and do this, I can use this fine art. Now, honestly, if I'm going to make a flying atmosphere, I am going to need the nacelles. So instead of getting rid of them, I'm going to move them, I think. I'm going to move the nacelles down. I have like a few of these just flown in here now. Okay. So first I'm going to finish off the bottom of this and draw out the bottom. Though I could make this hydrogen powered, which will make it a lot easier to make a flying atmosphere. And whenever I say a lot easier, I mean a lot. But honestly, I could just make a shuttlecraft for that, because some of the betweenium ships did not fly in atmosphere. So yeah. Yeah, I am going to put the nacelles a bit further down. Actually, yeah, right there works. I'm going to have to make sure these guys are on the same level, though. So, right there. Yeah. So they are... That should have them be even. So if I fly right this way... No. This one's one block lower. Okay, so let me quickly make a reference line here. So I need it to be there. Which, once again, I do want these nacelles. Though the Mark VI had nacelles again, so I could redo this with the Mark VI. There. Because if I do that... Also, I have requested that my girlfriend try to make me the military flag. She's good at drawing. Right, so right about here? No, here. Wow, I was actually on the right level. So we do this, this, this. Nope. Well, actually, we can use our fine little cargo belts here. On a curved. Another punch a hole up there. Do a straight here. And then bam, we can plummet into the ceiling system. Boop and a boop. Wah. Okay. Right. Now, this wasn't something I thought about before, was the engines there. So I might actually just do it like that. Well, as we saw before, we are plenty fast, so we'll make the same changes we did before. And then add our friendly neighborhood. Build and repair. There we go. So we'll have 4 of these build and repairs. Now their range is actually rather exact in this fact. So I mean, honestly, I don't really. No, I don't mind the banged up armor at all. This wish it was a bit darker, you know? Also, actually, here, I could do something here. Also, I do not trust that.
Energy low.
Oh, hush. Damn it. Hang on. Now that I've actually colored this, I actually kind of need this to be moved, so I'm going to move it. And then well, I am not enough for this, am I? Well, either way, I'm about to remove this, so wait. I'm not actually using this bit, so I can just delete it. Alright, so on this block over here. Actually, I kind of need that to be a block still. Slap that there. Do 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 do. There. Wait a minute. This is one too high, isn't it? I was playing it really risky there. I just realized how risky I was playing that. There we go. Now it should be even. Alright, let me do that and that. When I first built those, I was like, oh, this is so cool. This is going to be great. And then I was like, yeah, there's a bit of a problem there, isn't it? Okay, right. So we have 4 building repairs. Why is this a weird beige? I have no idea. Anyways, so we have those now. If I do this... Wow. Okay. Also, I just realized what I did, so I'm just gonna slap a big thruster pointing... Nope, not that way. This way. For a hot minute. Right, okay. So these are closer to the bottom now, which I like. Now the question is how wide is this thing going to be? Because I'm actually going to have to flip these for the left. A lot easier since they're symmetrical, other than that way. Which, yes, I did that on purpose. Because of down here, it was easier than doing anything else. That explains why there was a random connector in the list that I didn't need. So that's where it came from. Glad I know that now. I don't know why I'm pressing shift like it matters, but... There. Okay, right. So far we have 2 floors. And... this is where the staircase would end up going now. I think for that one, I'm gonna do like a proper full-on stairwell. Where I had the stairs. Now I'll do just these. Maybe. Or just these. I'll just end up doing them like here. There we go. Jesus. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that turret scared the crap out of me. I will not lie about that. I just saw something rotate in my peripherals. That was the worst case of misspeaking I've had in a very long time. Spoiler, I used to have a speech impediment. Wow. Alright. I should probably... Actually, very quickly, I'm going to put this here. Temporarily, but I am... Because I wanted to do... that. And that. Safety first. We don't want the betweenium safety division on us. Also, another thing about the betweenium is they have a military police, and their military police is extremely intense. The betweenium military police have a tendency to be just, oh my god, everyone's terrified.
Meteor storm inbound.
Because, well, the betweenium police are one of the strongest units in the betweenium arsenal, technically. So when they end up becoming, like, involved, people usually just bail. Ooh, are we gonna get, like, a meteor hitting us? Or did they just barely miss? I think they just barely missed. Which I find absolutely hilarious. Why is this so damn difficult? Like, it is just battered armor, right? Yeah. This armor's been, like, dusted over. Jesus. I mean, this is pretty much what a betweenium cruiser would look like after it's spent a few days in the universe. Outside of their dimension, it is very hard to keep their ships clean. For one reason, their ships, when they fly in the betweenium, which they very rarely land, they over time collect betweenium, which in the main universe, like it would be like this, it just collects dust like a vacuum cleaner. It's difficult, it's grainy, and it is depressing. Wait a minute. Oh. Well, I'll do the brighter reds just so that this has more coloring to it. Because I can barely tell I colored it, but now I can. It's going to look a little bit cleaner than it normally would, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'd rather use this. Because, ironically, it's the same color, yet it still falls apart. Okay. So, how wide am I making this? Oh no, I'm planning to go pretty damn wide. Yeah, so this is where this will be. So I'm going to go out this way. I plan to make it a fairly wide craft. I am kind of downsizing it in scale slightly. 35 blocks doesn't seem like much, but when you realize this is like one section of a ship, because there will be more on top of this, probably somewhere up there. No. No, I can't make it this wide. I'm going to do it based off of scaling. Because otherwise we'll... Basically, I'll just do it when the time comes. Because otherwise we'll end up getting a fucking Armageddon-style ship. And that is going to take me an eternity to build. So we won't do that. Oh, and then I have to test to make sure this thing can go into atmosphere whenever we end up finishing. How long have I been going? An hour and 30 minutes. Okay. I like streaming. There's no time limit. Hmm. Now, this is just one of many cannons this thing is probably going to end up having. Whenever I say one of many, I really do mean like one of many.
Energy low.
The betweenium ships were heavily armed. And by heavily armed, I mean, like, if you pissed off a betweenium vessel, you better hope you have enough shields to last you a lifetime. Because you're going to get about 10 minutes out of those. Because betweenium ships were, well, top of the line type stuff. If you got into a battle with a betweenium vessel, you are probably going to lose. Not because your ship isn't strong or powerful. It's because the betweenium ships are dense. They have shields for days. They have armor for days. They have some of them are even fast for their size, which I'm planning to try to make this one. Though in space, no one can hear you go, "We're so slow." What the? Yep, that's what happens when you got shields. Even though the shields didn't work for whatever reason. Wait, did they? No, they didn't. That's so weird, actually. Maybe I just don't have enough power for them. That very well could be it. Because I still need to set up my my build and repair so I can give the ship a boatload of uranium.
Energy critical.
Hush, Karen. Nobody cares. Did I remove the, Yes, I did. Okay, right. We need weapons. At least defensive weapons. At least at the moment we need weapons. So let me go here. And, I'd put them there, but there's thrusters right there. I could put a turret here. Another one here. I need to put this one back. Which I was thinking maybe I could, no. one would probably be the best one. Because these are going to be like anti-air cannons, aren't they? On this bit, they're anti-air. Yeah.
No energy.
Right, let me go set up those building repairs, because that's going to give our ship some weaponry. Functional weaponry. Cruiser, build, and repair. Right, let's make sure I have pink enabled. Oops. Oh. Could that have been ironic? Okay. On. Fly mode. Grind up oil, get stuck. Pick. Actually, I guess I don't really want this on right now. Yeah. So far, I have the area required for this. Now, on the other hand, so we should have these things having ammo in it now? Maybe? Need to be over here. Yeah, I could do this, huh? Oh, yeah. So these guys should have ammo in them now, right? Yes. I need all of these on that. And don't target meteors. That's what this guy is for. You target nothing but meteors and rockets. You don't target anything else anymore. And these guys... don't target meteors either. Though honestly, those are going to be removed at some point, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, right. So we are going to want... okay, I need to finish this staircase, because this is what I was focusing on before, and then I kind of just went... so... okay. There we go. Finally. I could put this down somewhere. I think I'm going to bury this somewhere eventually. I guess I could bury it in here. Well, that clearly doesn't work. Alright. And you'll never know it's there. Okay, right. Okay. Now for these, I actually don't mind this being here anymore. Because this will allow me to light up the area, sort of. Huh. Okay, right. Light. Whoop. Also, we will make this a slight yellow. Very slight. There. So how are these guys doing? Huh. I'm guessing our power grid is maxed the hell out right now. Actually, no. Weirdly. It is oddly impressive how little our power is taxed at the moment. So, we do want more of these around here. There we go. And then we need cargo, which I'm going to put cargo this way. And eventually we will be using Izzy to sort out the inventory stuff. Which that's going to be fun. There we go. And this is why I wanted this. So I didn't have to worry about that. So next, There we go. Right. This is going to be a very big bucket. Okay. Actually, I think this just might be how big we go. Just. But I need to make sure it is not an even number.
Low.
It's only 13 blocks, so I might go 27 for our widest for now. And now I am going to try and connect these two sides. So from there to here it is 7 blocks down for the wall. So seven. And then I'm going to say that this is going to be our wall for now. So this is where this is going to end up going. So how many blocks in? 6 on this side. So we want 6. So this is where everything's going to go. Put that in a cell. And that's a straight up the end. So
Fuel critical.
now another problem is that I have made that to my liking. So what I'm going to do is cut this off, move it, and by move it I mean I'm going to bap it.
Fuel critical.
Okay, and now that I've bapped it, I can repair what I've taken off. Here, go to this, please. Should be this, right? Alright, whatever. And then cargo thing. And then do Control B. And have this be pod new. Okay, and then I'm gonna just delete that. So this should be the new pod, right? Yes. So very quickly we need to attach that. Okay. Okay, right. Now, Control V, do this. Full 180 it. Damn it. And then, bam. This is why you try to make your pods symmetrical. That's also on the end, right? No. I mean, I did make it have a point. I think it's here. Right? Nice, first try. Okay, well. Now we have our our 4 engine pods. I plan to maybe do 5. This thing does not accelerate with any post haste. Also, looks like a fucking platform wannabe, but that doesn't matter right now. Okay, so we have done it. So you need to pop a hole here. So 3, 3. Okay. Nice. What? Oh, hello. Alright, are they sticking out one? Yes. Are they aligned? Yes. Maybe. Are they? Wait, do I have a mirror mode ability here? I have no idea. Do I? I don't think I do. I don't even know how I would activate that if I could. What's that? Oh, Fire Scout. Just running away. He's a coward. Good. Okay. Right, so we have our width set up here, which is good. We are going to want these two sides connected at some point. So I'm going to drag this over to here. This side is probably going to be something completely different to the other side here. Oh, I moved the pod a little bit, didn't I? Did I not do it correctly? I don't think I did. Yeah, it needs to be here. Though, of course, I have to take into consideration that this is reversed, so it needs to be here. That's where I need to hook it up. So I need to hook it up there. And that should be that. Yes. Good. Now, Good. Huh. Okay. So we have our staircases to each floor. The last floor here will be the thruster floor, probably. Or, as I will call it, the keel of doom. Ah, the keel of doom. Don't you just love that? It's a good name. I could have done this in the world that I had been doing. But I do plan to basically... Oh, I can't be doing that. It's not. This is all kinds of wrong. Oops. Okay. Right. Okay, I'm gonna quickly, before I forget, I'm gonna do the stuff that's required over here, which is some cool art that is currently bright red. Oops.
Fuel critical.
Fuel critical. Thanks, Karen. It's not like I'm in survive. It's not like I'm in creative or anything. Okay. Right, and then I need this. I need... Yeah, this. Okay, and then I need to have... this. Oh, that's an interesting idea that I could do. Okay. There we go. Now that I've made everyone that's watching this video later on in the VOD vomit, and probably anybody who would have been watching the live stream if anybody had cared, it is time to finish the design off. Now, how did I do this on the other side? One last layer, and that is a black layer. Is this even the same color anymore? No. Even though it's the exact same color. Okay, right. I need blocks. Here. Now here's the thing. The betweenium ships usually have bridges on the nose. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Also, I'm curious, how maneuverable am I in the gyroscope area? Not bad, to be honest. Could be worse. Ow. Okay, right. Sort of glad I made myself invulnerable. Boop. Boop. I just kind of like this little thruster bit. Now, I have to figure out how many blocks is it between each pod? Because I might add a fifth and a sixth pod on the sides, which is going to be an interesting thing that I do. Because the betweenium ships are long. They're fucking tubes. The hell is happening? What kind of Armageddon? Oh, something just slammed against the side of me, I think. Okay, I guess that means I need to make the building repairs do their thing. Okay, hang on. Oh. I didn't realize they would... Yeah, do these, please. That way, just any blocks that ended up being somewhere. Also, I need to put that there. So that those are plumbed in. Right, I am going to have this little line here. Just a run that way. Right, so our industry deck is not yet complete, but... we have that far. Yep, I am a professional. I'm eating on stream. Oh, hush, chair. It's not that bad. Yeah, at some point something in one of my wheels got stuck. So it kind of scrapes around. When we end up moving, I'll probably fix that. I've been going for 2 hours. And look how little progress I've made. Wow. You'd think it'd be easy for me, wouldn't you? Like I'm building something that I have thought about for years. Yeah. Now I could do the whole I'ma start doing the rest of this in survival thing, but I need to make sure I would have assemblers for that first. Right, hang on. Right. Which I do plan to have a lot of assemblers, so I am going to build that current grid now. Honestly, I probably should just build the industry deck, and then I have a space miner for one of my series, I'm pretty sure. Which then I can do this all in survival if I wanted to. Make like a little streaming thing out of it, but no. Because what I'm going to have to do is basically make this thing learn every single component. And I plan to do that in the survival world that we had been doing, because I was wanting to build a very large cruiser type craft that can do everything that the battle brick can. Alright. Or are we on the Doom Turtle? I think we're on the Doom Turtle. Everything that thing can, but better. And also be able to replace our space station. And this is what I'm planning to put in it. So once I end up finishing this build, after I stream it, it'll actually probably be when I end up making the it'll probably be when I make the Alright, let's go to 4. Hello. Bam. Yeah. We're getting somewhere, at the very least. Now, I'm gonna quickly do this here. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to make batteries on the main ship and shields on the main ship. Just in case if by some unpronounced catastrophe our nacelles get knocked off, all 6 of them, we won't just be completely dead in the water in terms of shielding. Because a lot of our power is also in these things. They have battery, shields, reactors, thrusters everywhere. This is like our main mobility too. They have all of our gyroscopes. Oh my god, we're such a glass cannon. Also, really quick. How many is it? 32, actually. That is actually not as much as I was thinking it was. So if I do this all the way over to here to 32, that is where our next nacelle would go if we're doing 6. This thing is going to have a lot of space in it. Actually, I probably should put the last nacelle on now. Simply because I'm going to. So this is where our next nacelle is. Bam. So now we have 6. Now we have 5, so we're a little bit lopsided here. So let me do this all the way over to here. I think it's there. And then we will do... Okay. And bam. Okay, there we go. Nice. So we have all of our stuff added on.
Fuel critical.
Really, I don't think we got any faster or any slower. I think that's how even they are in weight. we added on their weight and their thrust. So, I mean, the back end there is going to be this massive engine array of ions, atmos, and hydrogens. And then underneath, it's going to be a shit ton more hydrogens and atmos and some ion arrays. And probably a drop down hangar because that's what the frigates had in the betweenium. But this is also meant to be for like space engineer survival. So, I mean, this thing already is like, so, are you happy with your product? No? Well, here, have some more of that same product. You're welcome. There we go. So now we have 4 of these things. Just really making certain it has every single reactor filled up right now. Hmm. We should be having a lot more of those reactors going. Are these not plumbed in? Did I do an F up?
Energy low.
It is extremely possible that I did. It is entirely possible that for some reason these aren't working. But why? Why aren't they working is the question to my answer. Because these are working. Well, one of these is. I should probably put Izzy on board, to be honest. Yeah. I'm gonna put Izzy on board. I'm gonna shove Izzy in this corner here. Because for this, it's kind of all we need right now. Yeah, edit. Yes. I'm also going to need an auto crafting thing. Okay. Alright, so that should... Huh. Weird. Hang on. I am going to do some booping real quick. Because I need to figure out why these reactors aren't working. Because we're basically at damn near half power because of it. So... You definitely have a port there, right? Yes. Ah, so it was just the ports actually weren't on it. Okay.
Fuel critical.
That is very nice to know. Excuse me. So the ports are just wrong. Got it. Heh. Excuse me. Oh. 3 ports are wrong then. Okay. Well, that kind of explains a little bit in my survival world. These guys ain't working. It might be something with how the things pasted in, but I've never had that problem before, so I doubt that that's the root cause there. Hello. Wow, you are just all wrong. There we go.
No energy.
Well, we certainly have energy now. Is this one not plumbed in? This nacelle is probably just straight up not plumbed in, isn't it? Yeah. This is the rear nacelle. I'm gonna just do that for the rear nacelles. Huh? Oh shit. I should probably tilt my craft right now. Quick. Everybody open fire. Oh. Oh, I loved that. Just the...
Fuel critical.
Oh, that was beautiful. I'm yeah, this thing is gonna... The betweenium cruisers were often like bombardment craft. So yeah, I will need a shitload of gyros somewhere just hanging out. Honestly, I probably could use this hollow section here for it. Because there's an entire section right here that I can use for gyros. If I wanted to, which I do. Or how much better are we just with those? A lot. Okay.
Fuel.
So we might not need many of those, but we do need a bridge somewhere. Though, like I said, for the betweenium, their bridges were straight up at the front of the ship, so I need to start making this ship nosed a little bit. That is going to be a task. One that I'm actually uncertain if I have the designing capacity to do. Oh, that's gonna be one. Also, what's even funnier is I definitely will not be able to test this in atmosphere. There's no way this thing is lifting itself in atmosphere with just these 6 pods of sadness. I have to check all of these. Yep. You are not working. You, I didn't even fix. No, I fixed you. You were actually correct.
Inbound.
Oh no! A meteor storm. Why? I don't even have... None of these are working. Wow. Well, actually, yeah, of course they aren't working. This one isn't even plumbed in yet, but I still have to make certain, so... Right. There is no way in hell you will be able to hit those, Mr. I can hit anything turbo laser. We call him Steve. Steve is a bit overzealous at times, but I mean, he has a heart somewhere. Does it work? I don't know. With how stupid he is, 50-50 shot. I'm assuming they started working. That or we are out of spare uranium. Very likely. Yeah, I think we're just out of uranium to spare, which I find funny. So, since we are, I'm going to... Boop. And...
Inventory full.
There we go. That should pump these guys full of uranium, right? Now, are other reactors busy stealing it all still? Really? Oh, so it does exist. Okay. So I kind of just have to wait, I suppose. I guess those just have to, take their time getting booted up or something. I don't know. I don't know why they're like, oh, we don't need fuel. Fuel's for the weak. Also, I always give assemblers speed.
Fuel critical.
That's what I'd give these ones. Why I'd give, I will. Come on. There we go. Honestly, these look better. There we go. And right here, There we go. And these guys get nothing but speed. Hell yeah. God, I just realized how much of a pain in the ass this thing would be to slowly build it in and then fuel and stuff. Oh, God, that would be a pain. Also, I need an LCD. And you know what? I've never really found a use for these big guys, so I'm gonna. I haven't really found a use for these bigger LCDs, so I'm just gonna use one right here. Because why not? Just slap it right there. Yep. Auto crafting. Now, I wish I could say I would be able to. But I need a driller, which I need to make the bottom hanger for first. This is definitely taking. This is certainly going to take a very long time. Also, I think I would like to widen these. Bink. And then here. Bink. Now, I'm gonna. Now, what I'm basically doing right now is building the engineering deck, where all the engines are, probably some extra cargo containers, all of our shield generators. Despite us having like probably more than a cajillion shields at this point.
Fuel critical.
Yeah. Shields fucking fuel. Well, I'm just gonna do this. So, what ends up happening? Uh-huh. So, as you see, we do have Atmos. Which, if I plan for this thing to never go into atmosphere,
Fuel critical.
which honestly I think I might. That does mean I can get rid of those and add more ions. Which is like 18 more ions in every direction, other than down. Which downs, I can do hydrogens, actually. Which ironically might make this thing able to go into atmosphere. I would have to check that. So I'm gonna do that and see. Because I can just slap those against the... Okay, so that's going to be awkward. I have to reconfigure all of these to... Come on. Thank you. I have to reconfigure all of these to point down so that I can then do some very big hydrogen thrusters. Just right on the butt there. Now, this is actually a very easy and very simple conversion. Also, I'm now realizing technically I don't need to change all of them. I just need to do that. And then do this. Because then I just do that. So we got one side done. Maybe? No? What? Okay. So technically, really, I just need to get lucky enough and hope that one... No. Though, thinking about it, I don't need to mess with the reactors at all for this to work. I just have to get piping to there. Also, it'd be kind of funny if I could have. Just a sort of just 1,000 things going. Now this is where our fuel storage will be, which is going to be a shit ton of fuel capacity. O2 generators. I am going to need a lot of these to be able to combat that. Which, unfortunately, I'm going to have to rely on stone to be able to do this. But this does mean I might be able to actually make this thing go into atmosphere, like I said earlier. Which, if I can, that's going to be great. Now that should have these. Okay.
critical.
Now, considering how much fuel capacity we have, all of these are probably running, right? Not all of them. O2. Actually, no, they are all running. Nice. And they're all almost out already. How much fuel did that even make? I mean, though, considering... Wow.
Fuel critical.
Okay. That actually gave us 1%, but considering... Uh-oh. I was just made my ship twice. Okay, right. So, here we go. Doing these. Now, I might do an idiocy run here and see if I can poke a planet. With what I have already, which, doubtful, and probably will fail. But once I finish all of these, and then... Because I have a feeling my ship is capable of doing it, given enough hope and dreams. Because I do still have... Actually, no, I don't have any Atmos. But if I am going to be doing this, I am going to be keeping the Atmos on the side here. Because those are basically going to be my directional side thrust in atmosphere. Which, when you think about it, isn't much. But it would be enough to keep me stabilized at the very least. So, at the very least, this should be enough thrust to like land on Titan, right? Hi, excuse me, pardon me. Hello. Are you just not plumbed in? You might be one of the only nacelles I didn't have plumbed in. Huh. Oops, went too far. Should trust my gut. My gut said, because it's hungry. And full of gas. God, the weird cargo network that is keeping these nacelles fed is... that does explain why we had a few reactors that weren't powered. That does explain it. Okay, right. So... Yes. How much should we make? Oh. 1%. Now that is probably going to vanish very quickly when these really get going, so I am going to continue construction. Also, I think I just figured out the way I want to make this ship look. I want to do it like this, all the way down. At least 7 levels. So... Because, once again, we are going to have quite the engines on the bottom of this thing, too. I think I'm going to make most of them ions and atmos. Right now, I just want the rough shape of the hull so that I can make those engines. Also, when you're looking at this thing, bear in mind, I have never designed anything in such detail before, so this is going to look like crap or look like a beautiful piece of work. Or it's going to look like a piece of work that really needs to, be deleted. Actually, hang on. I want to connect...
Fuel critical.
Yes, thank you for letting me know for the umpteenth time, Karen. Yes. Right? Yes. Ooh. I mean, this is the piece I need. I just need to... Yes. Right, so... Yes. Okay, well, I'm starting to make the nose. But this thing is going to be very pointy. Honestly, I kind of like that. I actually don't mind this thing being pointy if it comes to that. How am I not getting this on the nail? There we go, Jesus. Took a little bit too long with that one. What? There's definitely the piece in here, though I think I might need to do it on this one. Is it this? No. Maybe. Yes. Oh my goodness. We're doing it. It's happening. I don't know how this is happening, but it is. I might need one of these. Well, ain't that one, unfortunately. Is it this one? Is it a different position? No. Uh-oh. Actually, it might be one of these. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Let me just get that in. That ain't it. That's going to be one of these, right? kind of hurting my head a little bit here doing this. And I am oddly satisfied with what I'm producing. I don't know why I was expecting me to have done more, but I didn't. Alright, okay. Okay, ominous music. Can you, like, I don't know, go away? You on the stream can definitely not hear that. There's no way you're hearing that ominous music that the game has decided that is going to play in this very particular moment while I'm struggling to wrap my head around shapes and sizes. But it has really picked a good track to put me on edge. And it doesn't help that there's what I would hell oh, mining survey drone. Okay, well, that's unarmed. Okay. I'm gonna do this,
Fuel critical.
this, and this, just so I can have something to put this against. Okay, it's not one of those. It's probably one of these then. Maybe? Yes. There we go. That one's going up there. This one's that. And that one goes there, I think? No. And while the shape fits, it's not the shape that goes there. That goes there. None of those go there. So one of these? No. So one of these? Okay, I have to figure out what goes here first. It's not going to be one of these, is it?
Low.
Because it has to fit with that and that. Oh boy. Is it this one? Almost, but no. Damn it. Okay, I think I did that a little bit too eagerly. Hang on. So, I'm going to have to complete this by doing the pattern again. Was it this? Would this be the pattern? I don't think that's the pattern I want. It involves this one, doesn't it? There we go. Okay, and then we need... Is it the one that's this one? Yes. Maybe that's what goes there. Yeah, we'll see. Right. Not this. Is it going to be one of these? I don't think so. Might be this one if I get it rotated correctly. No. No. So it might actually be one of these.
Energy critical.
Hush, Karen. Nobody cares. Yeah, maybe it's one of these. No, is it one of these? Can't be. No. Has to be one of these ones. Hmm.
Fuel critical.
I'm just so confused now. I was doing so damn well, and then I stalled. Will that help me figure this out? Eh, I no longer know what was here.
No energy.
Karen? Okay, it's like the opposite of that one. It's like that one, but not that one. How have I done this? I've made like a impossible piece exist. Okay, maybe that's not the right one I need. Oh, that one didn't fit. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. Good God, I was ripping my eyes out for that. Okay. Thank God for that. Jesus. Good thing I looked over my work. Okay, well. Okay, well, I have done enough. If you're watching and you've made it this far into whatever time this is, thank you for watching this far. You're a real trooper. Alright. Ooh, I think it's this one, right? No. Maybe. No. Well. It could be. Let's see if any one of these fit. But yeah, I'm going to, let's say, get this fitted in. Okay, yeah, that's what goes there. So what goes here must be something different. I don't know. It's probably one of these then, right? Shame that it doesn't like fully repeat itself. That would make it too easy, wouldn't it? Okay, now I'm genuinely confused at what goes here again. Pretty sure this isn't the right block then. Need to figure out what goes on this block.
Fuel critical.
Karen? Right, so it is this one then. And then something goes in here.
No energy.
Wait, so was this one wrong? I'm so confused. So then it would be one of these, right? Okay, there we go. And then... No? One of these then? Why is this so confused? I'm like backtracking now. What has happened? I've just started backtracking on my own design. What? Hello? What's even weirder is I have to keep backtracking. Because technically speaking, it could be one of 3 of these sets of blocks. So literally, it could be any of those. Which I am now remembering. Oh, Lord have mercy. I mean, that one looks right. Wait, hang on. Which part am I on? I'm on the dual bit. Right? Yes. So... You... get that, and then that, and then that. Oh, it's one of... Oh, it's this one, but... Oh, I just had it the wrong rotation. Like 4 times. There we go. Holy Christ. I just had the wrong rotation like 5 different times, confusing myself more and more and more each time. That was actually kind of funny. Fine. uh, that was actually kind of funny to me. I was like, so how many times can we go through the exact same block till we get it? Is it one of these? No. Might be one of these then. There we go. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely done. Okay. Thanks for watching the stream, and if you made it, and if you like the stream, or if you watched the video, it's probably watching the video this far, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all that. Hope you enjoyed me struggling to build whatever the hell I was building. Thank you.